The plays at the end of the game, James going down short of the goal line and then the following play, is that something you guys all talk about on the sideline? Is that just a inherent thing that you guys do in those situations?
Our guys are situationally trained, and when you need to execute things within the ball game, they got to know what's going on and they got to know what to do, and we try to put them in those situations and educate them. But each game plays out different with what you do, and I was proud of our guys to execute there.
After watching the film, any more evaluation on Kyler?
No, looked good. Looked really good. He, some things we all got to work on, but we'll get back. We got back in the lab today, but had a good game.
How did you feel the offensive line held up with Beecham stepping in?
Good. I thought Beecham played extremely well, stepping in for Hump. Carter O'Donnell, another guy into the lineup. I thought he played well. All five of those guys did a good job.
What I know you often say what happens during the week determines who plays, sometimes on Sunday. With Carter, I'm sure there had to be a plan going in. Perhaps is what happened. What was the thought process?
We've kind of been nicked a little bit in there. Starting with Elijah and then Dennis Daly coming and then Cologne, and so as you get guys back and you're practicing those weeks, certain guys are taking snaps different places. He's a versatile guy that can play really 2, maybe 3 spots on the offensive line for us. Versatile guy. Why I say maybe 3 is he has snapped a little bit before, and we got him doing that too. But you got to be able to go in and fill a role, and I thought he did a really good job. But that was kind of in the works just through the last couple weeks of what it was. And I was excited for him. His first chance he really got to play some extended snaps, start the game, and played well.
How was Humphreys trended right now?
Say it one more time, Bob.
DJ Humphreys?
We'll see this week. I think that he went out the last couple days there. Just wasn't healthy enough to go. So see how he does this week.
Higher or low ankle?
I don't know, an ankle.
How is Jonathan Ledbetter?
He's doing okay. We got to keep evaluating him here. We should get some things back on him in the next 24 hours.
You mentioned yesterday that there were some things that Kyler wasn't comfortable with, and got with the coaches, and they took some of those things out. Was that operationally or just within the offense?
Yeah, no, operationally. Yeah, so it's cool because there's things that come up that you have to adjust to, but I think that the coaches and Kyler did a really good job of, here are some scenarios that can go on during the game, and if they become issues, we got to fix them, and here's what we're going to do. And they were on the same page with that. And a lot of it was just what he's getting into his ear, what he's looking at, and then giving it to the huddle. So, like I said to you guys yesterday, I knew there was going to be a little bit of that. It's first time doing a lot of that stuff, and I'm sure as we keep getting going, he'll get more and more comfortable with how we're operating.
Was that anything part of that one crazy play when the whole offensive line moved, but Yelda didn't snap it?
Yeah, that's one of them.
What have you seen from BJ's progression over the past couple of games? It seems like since that Ravens game, he's kind of hit his stride a little bit.
Yeah, he played well. And he's been doing a good job for us. Just like all our rookies. The more snaps that they get, the more they see things. The different going against different guys, what we're asking them to do on a week-to-week basis. I think Rob's done a really good job with that whole room, but BJ too. He missed all of spring. So he was a little bit behind of a normal rookie like Garrett as well. So I thought he played violent, physical. He rushed pretty well. He's playing the run pretty good too. So that's what I'm excited about. Any drops in coverage and made some plays on screens, perimeter screens where, when you draw it up on the board, it looks like you're okay, but then he beats a blocker and makes a play. You're not okay. So he played well.
He said that Zaven has been working a lot with him in the meeting rooms, also on the field post-practice. How beneficial is it to have your veteran players kind of take the rookies under their wing a little bit and try to teach them?
Yeah, very, very beneficial. The more work you can get, and I always say too, it's one thing me or Nick or Rob saying something to them, but when another player kind of puts it in his verbiage. Here's what they want. Here's what they're talking about. Sometimes it clicks. So all our guys do a good job of that.
What's your reaction, and all the coaches and everyone, when you watch that Kyler run in that last play and watch it on tape, and do you just totally marvel at it?
Yeah. Wow.
How much confidence has McBride getting the last 5 weeks?
That's a good question, Bob, because his production has picked up a little bit, but he's been a confident guy since I've been here. And sometimes with guys like that, he puts the work in, he keeps improving his game every day. When he gets his opportunity, he's maximized them, but he has a sense of belief in himself that if he gets targeted, he's going to catch it and do something with the ball. He believes in himself. The offense, the coaches, they believe in him. And he's an impactful guy. He does things, he's a tough cover. He gets open, he catches the ball, and he's got run after catch because he's strong, he's got contact balance, he's fast. So, the ball found him, and he made a bunch of plays. Was I surprised? Not really.
How much of a lift did you notice, perhaps on both sides of the ball, with K1 returning and having the franchise guy back?
Yeah, I think more so than yesterday was probably the week of practice. It seemed like it upticked our competitiveness on both sides. I thought we had a really good week of practice, but I think what I said, a jolt of energy. Maybe a little more belief that we're gonna. Make sure if we get the ball there late, we're going to score points or whatever it is. But, that's part of him making his teammates better. Psychologically, that goes into that statement as well. So that's what he does for us.
What can that belief do for a team kind of week after week?
I don't know if it's after a week or week to week. I think it's just how he handles his business and the guys, what they believe in him too. And that doesn't go away from week to week. It should be pretty consistent.
On that line, what does it say about Will and what he dealt with during the week? But was it your sense he was probably going to play, or did you not really know until the end of the week?
No, he was kind of Friday he practiced. I don't know what the sheet said, but Friday he practiced. Thursday I think he practiced. Friday he practiced, and he was healthy enough to go, so he went.
With those packages with Tune, is that kind of maximizing the personnel for the situation, or is it kind of protecting Kyler in those tough situations?
Yeah, just the different things that we can do in different situations and make sure the right people are in at the right time. That's what we're going to do.
I know you take pride in being even keel week to week and things like that, but did it provide a jolt to you as well, Murray, coming back? I mean, how did you process that?
No, I wouldn't say that. I was, like I told you guys all week, I was just excited for the guy to get out there and play because I know what he's put in. But I kind of stayed who I've always been. I always got belief in the team that we're going to get it done. But it's nice to have him going out there and saying, "Hey, I got you, man." So that's cool too.
After James's run to the 2, it was set up then rather than in the middle for the kick to the left. Is that where Matt wanted it in that
Ask
situation?
him. That's where he loves it. Left hash.
What's it like having a kicker that, from 55, 60, it's almost, you know what I mean? Do you almost take it for granted sometimes?
No, I do not take it for granted. I know how huge those kicks are. The one play where we were backed up, we had a bunch of penalties, and it was third and 30 maybe. And I thought it was really good by Drew to say, hey, get this ball to the 40 and we're going to kick it. And he checks it down to Rondell, and Hollywood makes a block and he gets it to the 39 or whatever, and Matt bangs it through. Like, it's a huge, 3-point right there, a 3-point swing in the game. I think somebody told me there were 7 lead changes in that game. It's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in a tight game. And, that's how the NFL is. You got to make plays to win the game. But I do not take it for granted. I know that he's a really good player for us, and I have a lot of confidence, even when I have to, as I would call it, stretch the leather, that he's going to go bang it through. And it doesn't work out, but I got complete confidence in him.
What's impressed you the most about Drew over these first 10 weeks?
Man, a lot. You know, he's emotionally stable unless he doesn't agree with the refs, which I'm on him about. You know, I think just he's very adaptable with listening to the players, you know, and he does a really good job during the week of teaching and coaching it and then adapting the game, the call sheet as it gets going through, 3-4 days. And then what he's done with the quarterback situation, through the first however many games with then Kyler being activated and getting him reps and Dobbs reps and Clayton reps and, just managing all that with a very level head, with understanding what we're trying to get done, with a lot of, as I would say, known unknowns. He's just handled it extremely well. Him is the entire offensive staff and trying to put a good plan together each week. And he's probably one of the most accountable people in the building. He always looks at, it doesn't matter if it was this morning or, after San Francisco or whatever the game it is, like I get a sheet from him. Here's my critical errors. This is what I need to do better. This is game plan mistakes, play calling mistakes, personnel mistakes, all of that. And that's why he's here.
Have you looked at Texans tape yet?
A little bit, about 3 hours of it.
There's so many things you could ask you about their rookie quarterback, but he doesn't seem to have any flaws. And he's doing historic things at the moment.
Yeah, I started with their defense, so. Truthfully, Bob, my process, I start on the other side. I start with, because how Drew and Nick do it's a little bit different, so I want to be ahead of the curve with Drew earlier in the week. I'm sure it's he's going to jump off the tape and know that he's playing really well. I would say that.
Looking at the 3 weeks that you ramped up Kyler, how would you describe them trying to balance the reps, getting him ready? Was it chaotic? Was it organized chaos? Like how would you?
No, you just take all the information in, make the best decisions you can, take it day by day, and put all your effort and energy and focus into what you're doing that day, and let it go from there.